Hey Lumi team, Trey here. Today I just wanted to bring you guys the first video of a tutorial on the lighting mockup tool here for the LumiSketch Web app. Once we get in here, so you'll notice that the UI is very similar to the mobile app. Everything we did was built to be cross-platform, so if you know how to use the mobile app, all that's different is we have a little compact view here. Now, this web app is going to be geared towards Christmas and permanent lights, unlike the mobile app. So it's going to be a little bit different, and today we're just going to go over some of that difference. Mainly, right now we're going to start on the permanent lights. So if you look over here, you'll notice we got this picture uploaded here. You'll notice we got the permanent strands. We have different placement modes. For the permanent strand, it's going to be simple and easy though. Really simple, just like our mobile app here. So you're going to click on two different points. Once you hit those two different points, it's going to set dots in between those 2 points there. So right now we just have everything on default value. So pretty nice and easy to lay down. I'll put that one the wrong way. So we can just hit undo here. From there, we'll just fill out the rest of this house here. Picked a little complex of a house, but one thing that's very nice, like I said, the view is exactly like our mobile app, so it'll really help you use both of them. You can go download that on the App Store or the Google Play Store. Everything that we have on there is cross-compatible, so it all works back and forth. Now, we got the house finished up here. Now, from there, we can set up a couple different presets. Right now, we'll just do warm white for an example. That'll show you exactly what the lights look like in a warm white, which is what most people like to keep it year-round. We'll go ahead and put on the night mode filter, so that'll put a little dark overcast on that for us. And then also we can put some downward lights on as well. So same exact thing as our mobile app here. Now, if you see the lights come on and you want to change the opacity, maybe you don't want them to be like super bright, you want to dim it down a little bit to your preference, you can change that here. You just go to your slider settings, move that over, and then over here, let's say you want to change up your presets. We'll try Christmas to autumn harvest, let's see, maybe galaxy. So whatever you really want to do, you can just flip those around, change your opacity. You can make them look as vibrant as you want, or you can dim them down. You can change the downwash. So some people like it to go all the way down the house. Other people like it where it's short and it really only looks like it's at the top. It's really just preference, but you can actually go in there and change all that through your slider settings as well. You can change the spacing there, dot size, all the same. Then also here we have our different animations, of course. All these animations are the exact same as the mobile app as well. So just like the mobile app, you can go into that animations. You can change the speed of your animations. You can change different animations. So here's ping pong, for example. So that's just going to ping pong back and forth on the house. We'll slow that down just so it looks even nicer. And then also, let's see, we have paint here, which is pretty similar. Instead of bouncing back and forth, though, it's just going to go straight through. So we'll turn up the speed a little bit for this one. So you'll notice that just all one direction. Then we also have meteor here. This is where the downward lights are just kind of chasing each other. It's almost like a meteor field. And then we'll turn up the speed on that one. Maybe we can do maybe comet. We'll do a comet here. So that's more like one. So it's like a comet flying through the sky. Like I said, all these are the exact same as our mobile app here. So if you find one that you really like and you like to use it in the field, you can download the mobile app and use it there as well. Here's another cool one here. This one's bounce. So this one's going to go through the whole entire array and then bounce back the other way. So we'll change the color up a little here. Independence Day. Maybe slow it down a little bit. Let's try scan. So this is pretty similar. It just has a longer strand of lights. And then here's rainbow as well. So you guys can see what that looks like. And all this is on just the permanent strands. So you can actually intertwine permanent and Christmas lights on our app. And it doesn't affect the Christmas lights, whatever you do the permanent lights. So here's let's switch over to our Christmas lights here. We're going to do a commercial building. So you have your day and night filter, of course. Now we'll go to place bulb here at the top right. Now, like I said, you have a couple different placement options. So you have click, you have straight, and you have drag. So what click's going to let you do is just pick a bulb color. We'll stick with the white that we had. And then you can select your dot type. So you can either have a dot, a C9 bulb, or a mini LED bulb. So I don't believe that there's any tools that have this set up so you can actually present a C9 bulb for your customers. Now what we'll do is we'll change up, we'll go ahead and put a dot down, and we'll start putting some lights inside of these bushes here. So this would be typical if you're putting Christmas lights on a commercial building. We'll get this. I think this is a good size for us here at 5. Perfect. So we'll set that to 5. Now we'll go back to place bulb. We'll select drag here, and then we'll just drag a line straight through the bush. Simple as that. All those are going to be the white that we had on there. So you'll see those there, and we'll even do this tree over here as well. Just something easy like that. I'm not the most creative person, but I know some of you guys out there are insanely creative, and you can make great mock-ups through this tool for your customers. The biggest thing that we've sent a couple of these to customers, and I mean, it just makes everything easy to close that day. Now you'll notice here we have sequencing set up. So this will basically let you choose a 3-color sequence. What that's going to do as you're dragging these down, I put blue and white here. It's just going to drag those dots down in that sequence that you choose. So you can choose up to 3 colors. These will only work with the place bulbs, which is the Christmas lights. In this situation, we got C9 bulbs set up. We're going to set our C9 bulbs up along the whole top row of this commercial building here. So you could do blue, white, red, whatever your customer is wanting done. You can select that through the color wheel, and you could have those exact colors or whatever matches your inventory. Now we're going to raise these up. We're going to get these about the same size here. Perfect. Now, what I think we're going to do, we're going to put some mini LEDs down. So these might be something similar to what you would set if you were hanging some lights. Now, we'll set them alongside this top awning here. And because they're hanging lights, in this situation, you might want them to show off a little bit different. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab that select tool. You're going to draw a lasso around all of your bulbs just like this. Now, once you do that, you're going to notice at the bottom left here, it says bulb orientation. Once you click that, that's going to flip your bulbs upside down. So now they're more of like a hanging bulb. So you can actually see those bulbs are flipped, and you can show those bulbs hanging down from wherever you want. Now, cool thing here is you can hold control and you can drag a whole section that you have selected. So if you don't like how it sits there, you know, they were sitting above the awning while they were facing down, you can drag that, you can move that thing down. Same thing with your C9 bulbs here. So I'm just going to select all these, and then actually I'm just going to move them up. just because I want them to be a little bit higher. So now they're a little bit up. Now they're above the canvas. My hanging lights are a little bit below the awnings. And all of my bulbs here in the trees are set how I would like them. Now let's say this commercial building wants to put a couple decorations on their building. So they want to put a wreath. Let's put a couple wreaths on there. We'll put this wreath here. Let's put it on the side of the door here. Perfect. All right, we'll put another wreath here, right on the side of the door. All right, now let's put one over here. We'll make it perfect. Make it a little bit bigger. Okay, and then we'll put this final one right here. Perfect. All right, now let's say they want to put a little bit of garland, maybe like above their doors. It's customer preference, wherever they want. So we can set the size of those. You can rotate them around as well if you ever need to, and I'll show you that here in a little bit. But these garland here are going to be in the back. We're going to size them down a little bit. Perfect. All right, now let's say they're a business that wants to put some inflatables out in the parking lot, or maybe above their building, or whatever it is. So this is a reindeer here. We're gonna take this. Let's say we're gonna put it on the sidewalk. Maybe we'll flip it, and it's at the front of that sidewalk. So we want it to look a little bit bigger since it's at the front of the image. Now, like I said, you can actually rotate these around. If you come over here to the top left, that'll let you rotate that around just like that. Now, obviously, like I said, this is going to be a little bit bigger since it's at the front, so we're going to increase the size of that a little bit, just like that, and we'll place it at the front of the sidewalk, just like that. Now, let's see. Sometimes you put a big sleigh inflatable up on top of the roof. This picture's a little bit bad for this, but you can still get the gist here. We're going to rotate it around just a little bit so it's more believable that it's on top of the roof. We'll place that down there. Perfect. That'll work for now. There. Maybe bring the size down a little bit, rotate it some, and I think that'll be a little bit better. Okay, now we're gonna put a snowman in the background over here on the sidewalk. We're gonna put it. I think we're gonna put it back on the sidewalk. Yeah, like here. So we don't need it to be super tall since it's in the background here. And then, yeah, I think that looks good. So what I would do from here is I would just hit export, and we're not doing any permanent lights right now, so I'll just hit image, export that out. Perfect. Photo is exported, and there it is. So you can send that off to your customers. You can send that off to whoever. Now I've added permanent lights here just so I can show you guys a quick video export as well. So you're going to go up here to export, and you'll notice you can select whatever frame rate or duration that you want. We hit export here, and then bang, it comes out, and there's your video with 1:1 quality. So you can send that off to your customers, and they can take action on whatever they want to do from there. I appreciate you guys tuning into the video. A couple things. Once again, you can go to the compact view, and you can change all of the same options to that compact view. This is just set up in case you like an alternative view compared to what we have on the mobile app and the normal web app. It's got all the same things, so you can change all the different themes, presets, animations. You can do bulb sequencing. You can place your decorations down. So it's just up to you. You have a couple different choices for that on the UI. Here's all the decorations as well. You can drag those in just in case you have a small screen and you don't have a big old screen that you can see all the different options is. So here's your change image, your export, night mode, day mode, downward, and all your sliders as well. So your downwash settings, your spacing, your opacity, and that dot size. So if you are going to place any more dots down, you can change it there. But that's really it. Aside from that, if you guys do have any issues, you can head over here, go to contact support, and submit a ticket. And remember, guys, you can always get 10% off of your subscription on LumiSketch.net. Use code HOLIDAY10 at checkout to get that 10% off. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram. And we'll talk to you soon. Have a good day.